Yo, what's going on, YouTube? Just wanted to say thanks, guys, for all the support that you guys showed on my first video of going medieval. It wasn't technically my first video on the channel, but it was my first video where I put a lot more care and detail into how I edit it. The other ones I tried, but I'm still trying to learn everything, the ins and outs of everything. So if you guys have any tips or if you guys have any complaints or something, I'm always down to listen. I don't take any criticism bad. But I figured the first one, you guys seem to enjoyed it. Why not do another Going Medieval video? And might as well resume where we left off, right? Let's get in there and let's see. I think we left off on day 6, I believe. Alrighty, guys. We're on day 6. I do have the crops going. So there is a new feature of things that they've added. Animal taming is one of them, and I'm still new to that as far as how do I go about doing that. I don't know if it's a glitch or not, but when I put the tamed animals in a cage and I provide food for them, for some reason they don't eat, and I'm not sure if that's a glitch or if I'm doing something wrong on my part. I'm doing this kind of blind. There's very few guide videos that I've looked at. Most of the things that I've learned are based off trial and error. So I believe I have like maybe 20 to 30 hours on this game, and about probably 4 or 5 playthroughs that I've done, as far as going through the first winter, the second winter, and all the way up until the third winter, which was my last save before I started this one. I did make it pretty far. Like I said, I had quite a few people in my village. We were we were prospering, and I survived the attacks and stuff, because you do get attacked by raiders. I did start trading, which was pretty cool, and I'm hoping to see if I can get back there, and you guys can see the journey. If you guys want to continue seeing this, or if you guys want me to do any other game. I know there's a new kind of game like this called Stranded Aliens, I believe. So I kind of had my eyes on that, but I was unsure about it. I wanted to see if I kept going through this, see if you guys liked it or not. But we'll keep her going. So right now it looks like I have 7 stew. So I kind of have a little bit of food, but not too much. I do have healing kits. Just trying to make sure I have a lot of hay. So because this is haze outside, sometimes you'll notice the sheeps go and just eat from the hay piles. I probably should show off the animal taming, and maybe we can learn together to see how to go about that. But yeah, dude, there is a glitch, and I don't know why that happens, or I don't know how I get that to stop. So I think I'm gonna clear this forest right here. Probably make an animal pen this way, and I'll get that going, and then I'll see what happens. Alright, guys, as I was making them clear the forest there for the animal pen, it looks like we have our second encounter here. And let's see, new settler, salvation, the Church of the Third Coming. Whether it's the Third Coming seeking a poor sinner to make an example of, or some other zealots, was unclear. Clement raved about religion, torture, escape, but the details were confused. Would we give them refuge? Danger might ensure. So in these situations, some settlers might get a negative mood modifier. So if we leave them outside, some of the villagers might not like that, and they might have ill will towards us. I do believe that if you have them in such a bad mood, I believe they will leave your village. I have not seen it happen before though. Expect a possible attack in a couple of days. So right here, it's telling us that we are going to get attacked, and it's telling us what they're bringing. They have one archer and 2 marauders. So we got to be ready, because for the most part, I normally take these guys in no matter what's happened. Unless it's something severe, I usually close my door on, but we're going to take Clement. So it looks like he's injured. Right here, you can check to see what happens. He has a minor chest laceration. Severity moderate. Okay, so he can recover, so that's good. So he's gonna walk back to the base. And oh, in the last video, I did forget to mention. So your people have different temperaments in a battle or when fighting animals. You can put them as aggressive, which meaning they won't back off. You can put them as flee, as maybe they'll attack a couple times and then they'll take off. Or neutral, meaning they'll try to see what happens and make a judgment call based on the AI, I believe. I usually put my settlers at neutral. Sometimes I do switch them to aggressive when we're in a fight, but I do most of the time like to keep them on neutral. So let's get this guy back into the base here. I'm gonna make another bed so that way we have 4 beds before I let him come into base. So let me get that started here. All right, looks like they got the 4th bed built. Our medic is healing. And if you guys look up here, it says search party arrives in a day and 20 hours. So we have a day and 20 hours to be prepared for an attack. So to prepare ourselves, I want to make sure that the newcomer knows his priorities. So he's good at hunting, that's good. Good at construction. Good at growing. It's very good. Good at harvesting, so he's going to be our farmer. Good at cutting plants. Good at cooking. Good at carpentry. Good at tailoring. Those are all great things right there. Looks like one of our settlers kind of has the same thing, but not exactly, not as good as stats as he does. So that's good. I need to fix his schedule to make sure he gets enough sleep. And the different colors do mean different things. So, you know, you have your orange for work, your purple for sleep, gray is anything, and yellow is leisure. So when they leisure, meaning they can sit down and have fun or do any other thing that they want to do. And then manage, I want to make sure he can grab any weapon, any shield, any armor, and any apparel, anything like that. We have them settled in. So let's see what happens. Hopefully, it looks like we're coming in on nighttime now. So I'm probably gonna let these guys rest, and we'll see what happens into day 7. All right, so before we go into day 7, just wanted to show you guys they were able to clear out this little plot of land here. So I'm definitely going to be building my animal pen right here, somewhere right here, and probably getting these sheep tamed, or these goats, I should say. These goats tamed. I do believe we start with 1 male, 1 female. And the sooner we can get that going, the better. It does provide us with long-term meat. And it looks like we're getting wolves here close by, which is not... We can tame those also. But that's not an ideal thing to have close by. It means they're getting attracted to the food, and I hope they don't come and eat it. We have a fox. We're starting to get more and more wildlife, which is a good and bad thing. We can always go and hunt them, but we don't want them to hang out so close. Another boar right here, but let's see what day 7 brings. Alright guys, so we're starting day 7. Looks like we have a day and 9 hours until the search party arrives. So I do need to see how much research we have so I can build probably something to defend ourselves. May not have it in time. Like our research is kind of slow, but we'll be able to do some things. Hopefully we'll be able to defend this land from intruders. And I did lay out the blueprints for our goat pen. I was about to call it sheep again. Our goat pen. And I forgot the trough, but looks like we have everything there. They are waking up and eating. As you can see, the sheep just go right over here. And I did command the villagers to start training them. This little round symbol on top of their head is the symbol for them to get trained. So I believe every animal can be trained, and each training does something different. I did see a trailer where if you train the deers, they can carry stuff for you. The wolves, I believe, are like a defense. The boar, I think, also carry items. They do different things, which is pretty interesting. I'm curious to see if I can dive deeper into that. And hopefully this time it works a little bit more proper. It's still in early access, so, you know, it's gonna have its bugs, but nothing too major. But let's see if these guys can build that pen for me. All right, so now it looks like they built it. My berry level is starting to get a little too low. I need to make sure that I'm constantly picking berries, collecting those, bringing them back to base. Need to collect these, probably go out a little bit further than I'd like to. I don't like to send my villagers so far out just because of wolves and different things like that. But looks like we might have to do that in this situation. Hopefully get them more food and be able to harvest other items. All right, so I did notice that a wolf took some of our food. Looks like we might have to start working on our shed. Now, the way the food storage works in this game is you want to have stuff in a deep level. So you can see the fox just took a bite out of that pie. So they're eating all our food, which is not good. So the further down in the ground you go, the cooler it is, the longer the food lasts. So if you can look at this, it says pile decomposes in 2 days and 8 hours. That's because it's out in the air exposed, right? So let us start terraforming here. And let's start. I need all of this right here, so I might as well start mining all this clay and probably make it right there. Let me double check, make sure there's no other resources here that I can mine. No, nothing too close. So I am gonna need this clay, so I might as well start here. Probably don't want to make it too big. Right there should be fine. The only problem is they are going to get stuck underground, so I do have a backup plan for that. And that's these wooden stairs. As far as I know, that's the only way to get out of those holes. So we'll see what happens. I wanted to pause this right quick before we go into day 8. And if you see this guy, so I was watching him mine this square right here. He was on this one and he was mining this one out. Sometimes the AI in this game can be very intelligent, and sometimes It's just like, what are you doing? So he did trap himself. So he is out here in the middle of this island sleeping. So he is gonna get pretty pissed off because he's sleeping on the ground outside. You know, whose fault is that? You know, is it my fault or is it his fault? Whatever. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna try to rescue him because I do have to try to get him out of there because he is gonna starve and he's gonna, you know, get thirsty and all these other things. So let's see if I can help this guy out. All right, so we're on day 8 now. Like I said, he is pretty moody. Let's see. Yeah, slept on the ground, ugly apparel. That I can't help you. They're all dressed crazy and slept outside. So I'm gonna start the warehouse here. This is where we're gonna keep all of our weapons, knowledge, any of the books, the research, kegs, anything like that. We're gonna keep it all inside of here. Alrighty, guys. So I did get the roof going. Have the layout here of the building that I want, and we'll see how this goes. See if they can build it. Probably shouldn't be overlapping projects, but you know, sometimes you kind of have to. Alright guys, it looks like they finally came. Lost property. Jeez. Violent extortionists, the Church of the Third Coming. The zealots demanded that you relinquish Clement immediately to be burned at the stake. You think, I guess he's a witch or something? Or possibly flayed alive for their manifold sins. God's will should be done. They were authorized to kill. So we can either Petersburg's defiant settlers refuse to bow to the assailants' demands, or Petersburg surrendered Clement back to those hunting him. So then this means we're gonna have to go to war. There is a war mode. So I'm gonna show you guys what happens. You stood your ground, refusing to give in to their demands. The only thing is we do have Clement in the ground. Not literally, but he is in a mine shaft right now, so we're gonna be down a guy. So let's see how this goes. Alright, so we have our attackers here. So in order for us to start this war mode, they're gonna come attack us regardless. Alright, so let's see. Sometimes it'll show us their way. It looks like they spawn right behind our village. Okay, so like Clement is down in the mine shaft. I can't get him out. War mode is started just by drafting them. Now anything I do here in the draft section, they'll listen to what I'm saying. And as long as I have them under the draft command, I just want to position them to get them in a strategic location here. Draft this guy, make a move here. Draft this person, make a move here. So let's see how this little war goes. Clement's gonna stay down there, at least he's protected. So I'm gonna pause it right here. Looks like they have a shield, so I want to get this guy attacking as fast as I can. He's our archer. We're gonna gang up on one guy. And let's see how this goes. Okay, so we got one guy down. But now one of our settlers is wounded. I have to move him back. Camera here, make sure I can get this guy. Let's see what happens here. Bring him back in so he can protect the archer. And we have victory. We won the raid. The beleaguered settlers came under attack in the spring of 1353. Their ordeal continued for 50 minutes. Mercifully, all settlers survived the raid. 2 sworn enemies died during the fight. Allsburn Brook was the bravest of the settlers, dealing the most blows to the foe. Well, that's really cool. Never noticed that before. Team Up Becker took the most damage from the enemy, thinking only of defending Petersburg in its hour of need. Nice. Well, we did good. It looks like we still have 1 straggler here. Now, it takes them a while to retreat. So I'm going to try to see if we can finish this guy off and take all his gear, because we are going to need that gear. Fortunately, it looks like this guy's a little too fast, so we're not going to be able to get him. So I'm going to take these guys off for draft mode, not drift, draft. And we're going to get them back to work. This right here is going to be loud. And now that I have 2 bodies there, I do have to make a burn pile. Now I do make a pyre, not a burn pile, sorry, a pyre to burn the raiders. You know, they don't deserve a grave. I'm gonna make it right there so they don't have to carry the bodies all that far. And we'll see. We need to get Clement out of there. Alright, so I need to build something for him. I think that gap is wide enough for me to get stairs built there. And let's see if we can get him out of there before he starves to death, because he is getting pretty hungry here. Well, it looks like one of our settlers is really, 2 of our settlers are really wounded. We need to figure out a plan to get these guys kind of healthy and get Clement out of there, because I'm worried that he's gonna stay down there and he's gonna die. But we'll see what happens here. Looks like we're going into day 9 now. Our medic is going to work. It looks like we're rounding out day 8 now. So they're doing a pretty good, decent job. We're getting far, but we have a rat and wolf problem, and we need to get this food inside as fast as possible. We'll see what happens here. All right, so good news, we did get Clement out of there. We were able to build the staircase. So I always have a hard issue. Once I start digging down, I have a hard issue getting them back up. But it's fine, we were able to get them out. So now I need to start focusing on getting this together, getting this going properly. And I do build support structure for the lower level. We're gonna dig 1 more level below this one to make it 2 stories deep, because I believe the 2nd floor down into the terrain is the coldest, and it'll keep our food fresh. So we may need to, as soon as these wounds are tended to, we may need to start sending one of our settlers out to hunt, which I believe is Clement. He's the best hunter. And I'm hoping he gets one of these bows over here, because they do take their armor. Looks like they left us summer clothes and a helmet. Not a bow though, so that's not good. But we'll make it work. Make it work. Alright, so we are in day 9 now. Looks like I needed to take another gander at the jobs here. I did remember last time. So there is tasks that they're not skilled at, like hauling. Nobody's ever skilled at hauling anything. But I noticed that all my settlers had 3. And I noticed that I had a bunch of wood and seeds here. So I need to make sure that they're picking all this stuff up and getting it back to our camp. You know, kind of organizing here, because it is kind of essential that we get our stuff all here together. Looks like I might need to make another roll of berries. I thought that I would have enough with the food that I have planted now, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. So it looks like we do have 1 seed of herbs. So I'm going to make an herb plot here. Oops, I selected the wrong button. There we go. Even though I only have 1 seed, that way it'll be separate it. Take another cabbage, and hopefully we get that up and going here. So I need to make sure that all these jobs are kind of set up in a proper way. All right, so we are in day 90 now. I am working on the food storage here. It looks like somebody's kind of hurt pretty badly here. I saw a dead body. Yeah, they do. When they go to war and they see dead bodies, they do tend to kind of go into a bad state here. But it looks like he's injured also. Let me check here. Pierced leg muscle. Bruised nose. Serious. Really? Oof, that's not good. Luckily though, I think the seasons last for 12 days, I believe. 10 or 12 days. So we are in day 9. We're getting close to finishing spring here. Not as high as I would like it to be, but you know, we did pretty good. We did all right. You know, we did our best. Our food reserves do keep getting low. It's just because we have the food outside. So we need to figure out a better solution for that. And I'm hoping, you know, to finish this project here. This is kind of our biggest project, but it's a necessary one. I'm hoping to finish that and hopefully get proper food storage and get some things going with that food situation. And we are finishing day 9, going into day 10 now. And looks like we're kind of ending our day. He's kind of hurt pretty bad, so he's going to be sleeping a lot. They are taking the dead bodies and they're burning them, so that's good. We don't want dead bodies laying around. You know, if villagers stop seeing that, you know, we'll be better off. And I do have to start hunting now, so I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna make sure that they know to hunt that. That's a male deer there, so you know, then you gotta do get some of that meat. And let's see what happens into day 10. So just before they wake up, we are starting day 10 on a bad foot. Looks like one of our simple healing kits did decompose, which that's a first time for me. I didn't know the healing kits decomposed. So that's that's a big one. It's a big blow. We can make more, but our research is kind of going slow here, and we need to figure out to see if we can probably get somebody strictly on the research. Let me see if there's somebody that's, I mean, there's one person here. It's like Rickard. I'm not sure how to pronounce that name. He looks like he has enough intelligence to be the one, but I don't know why. I'm gonna have to change this schedule and probably get them to work. A couple more hours here, and then anything else would be up to them. Actually, here we go. As they wake up, they'll do that. Go to work for 4 hours, and then we'll see how that works. Sometimes they get pissy when I force them to work, but we got to get stuff done here. You know, we got to get some stuff done. So we are in day 10 now. Looks like our cabbage came in finally. That should help out with the food reserves being low. Let me see. I believe that looks like Osborne's injuries are healed. So we have one more villager up and out, and you know, we're gonna try to see if we can salvage this. We are still in spring, so we still have a chance. And I say salvage just because the winter is rough for these guys, and we still have summer and fall, yes, but we need to do a lot of researching to get the tailoring to make them winter clothes. This cabin, I feel like I need to expand it and make the walls of clay, just because the clay is the best against the cold winters. It retains heat pretty well, so if I need to, I can just heaters inside or fires inside, little cauldrons of fire, and they'll stay warm throughout the winter. And I have been hit by a blizzard, so those are a thing. And I've also been hit by a rat infestation, which is not good. So we need to be prepared for all and everything, you know, kind of be set up for everything here. So we'll see how we can manage that. So I did just notice it looks like they were able to hunt the one deer. Looks like we definitely do have a good hunter here, so that's a good sign. Collect these berries again. Make sure I have a continuing supply of food coming into the camp. Let me see if I can find another deer. The wolves are a little difficult to hunt. They are definitely a difficult animal to hunt in this game. Along with the boars can get really defensive. I've never been able to hunt the boar or the wolves successfully. So I'm hoping this go around there's a different outcome is what I'm really hoping for. So we'll see how this goes. That's good though. The only thing is it looks like our vegetables are starting to go bad a lot faster. And looks like their decomposure date is 3 days. So I'm hoping we can get this done as fast as we can, but it's taking some time, you know, but we're working with the swings and, you know, we'll get it done. We'll get it done. Hopefully they have it all set up. I'll move this stockpile into here. I'll probably end up taking these down and making the cabin expand this way and start making the walls of clay with the clay that we mined here, and seeing if I can get the research up and going, because we're not going to have much going on after that. Looks like we have our cabbages going pretty well, and yeah, let's keep her going here. Day 10 still going pretty strong, you know. So it looks like we're finishing day 10 here, and unfortunately now I have 2 miners stuck in there. At least it's not Clement this time. Now it's Osborne and Ricard here. So you know, they kind of trade places, but you know, it's gonna be their first night there, so the negative effects shouldn't be too much of a big deal. They're pretty good miners, so they're progressing this a lot faster, which is a good sign. You know, it's better. The faster we can get this done, the better. You know, this food just keeps going bad like crazy, so I need to get this in there and, you know, going as fast as I can, as quickly as possible. So yeah, we're gonna go into day 11 now. And yeah, so I believe, like I said, I believe the seasons are 12 days. 12 days long. I don't think they're that long, but they are long enough to give you time to prepare for the next season, which the next season is summer. Summer isn't too bad. I haven't seen a drought or anything crazy like that. I'm not sure if they have that as a weather effect, or sandstorms or anything wild like that. I haven't seen that, so that's a good thing. So spring and summer should be a breeze. Fall is a breeze. And winter usually is the toughest thing, because we have to prepare for that cold. The cold is really what does it. It kills most of the vegetation. The farm doesn't grow, and the animals become really scarce. So, you know, we have to have enough food stockpiled to survive through the winter time, which as of right now, we kind of don't. But, you know, I'm hoping to change that come winter time. It's gonna be tough, but we can do it. I think we can do it. Okay, so the beginning of day 11 here. Looks like, I believe, our goats have produced baby goats. Yeah, young. And yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I'm not sure yet what I'm gonna do with the adult goats. Not sure if I should wait to slaughter them or go ahead and do that now. I know that they do end up dying of old age. I believe so, if I remember correctly. I think they do end up maturing to an old age, and they do end up dying. Now, I don't know why. Oh, you know what? I do know why they're not in there. It's because I needed to build a post. Pin marker. Oh my god. I feel like I'm such a noob, but I know I've played this. I know like the animal thing, like I said, the animal taming is a little bit new. So please bear with me. I'm hoping that you guys are learning all these tips and stuff. Like if you guys do decide to pick this game up, which I highly recommend, it's a lot of fun. Like this is a very chill game. You know, you can't stress out over your villagers dying. I have had that in the past happen, and it sucks, you know, because you don't want to lose any of them. So, you know, like I said, the pin marker kind of dictates where the animals hang out. So that's what I need to do. And I'm kind of glad that I caught that because the baby goats shouldn't be outside. I do believe the wolves can hunt them down. So that's not what I want to happen. I don't want to see that, you know, so let's see if we can get that done. Let's see if they can get this done. There's not much left. And we'll gather up all that clay and hopefully they, you know, they can get everything going here. But yeah, let's see. All right. So like I said, the pin marker dictates where the trained animals hang out. So yeah, as soon as that got constructed, the villagers went ahead and gathered them all into the pen, and now they will stay in there instead of roaming around eating my hay over here in the stockpile. They'll stay in there. And this villager, Kima, she's I believe she's pretty good at taming animals, if I'm not mistaken. I do have one, yeah, animal handling. She'll tame them, she'll feed them, and she'll train them and stuff like that. So hopefully, you know, she can do her job and we get two of these goats tamed. The good thing is that they are having babies, so that's a good thing. Argo and Pickles, that is very adorable. So that sucks. I wish I didn't read that. I wish I didn't read that. So we're gonna see what their future holds. Oh my god, yeah. If yeah, I guess comment down below what you guys want to see in the future for Pickles and Argo, and their mom and dad here, Duchess and was this Ondo? Oh my god. Alrighty, let's keep her going here. We're day 11 now, so we're doing pretty good. Alrighty guys, so I did want to show you guys this. So there's a wolf right here. There's a daring wolf, right? I don't know if you guys can see him properly. Here we go. A female wolf just straight up in my camp, right next to my campfire, eating. So unfortunately, that cannot be a thing that they're allowed to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and move to attack. If I can get them to attack, there we go. And let's see what happens. Yeah, unfortunately we did take them down. You know, it was a female wolf, but it had to be done. And you know, they can't be going into our camp like that. You know, we got to defend our food here. We're limited on food, and you know, it's like she'll be providing us with food for the winter time, and maybe we can use the pelt too. So that's that's a sad thing, but you know, it had to be done. Like I said, we got all kinds of animals coming into our camp. Now we have a fox here, and we definitely do have to start fighting off these vermin off our food. We can't afford to lose any more food. So I'm gonna send this archer Ricard to see if he can either eliminate them or just scare them away. We'll see what happens. Let's see. Oh, looks like he is attacking them, so that's not good. But we need to get some backup in there. Let's get Osborne to attack, and let's get Ricard out of there. So it looks like they were able to defeat, but Ricard definitely got injured. So let's see what his injuries were. Bruised arm, bruised chest, pierced flank. So it looks like none of them were too severe, but you know, it could have been a lot worse. Like I said, those wolves and foxes are tough. You really have to be kind of gathering up together and kind of fighting them together. It was kind of a necessity to do. We gotta keep them off the food, you know. So it looks like we're ending day 11 here. So I did want to show you guys this before day 12 officially begins. It looks like Ricard, so your settlers do get older, and last night Ricard turned 54. So that's pretty cool. They do end up getting older. And so these are the negative effects. So this stout right here, his appetite is more, so that's not good, and his speed is a lot slower. These right here are good ones. So you know, his mood, he's outgoing, you know, he can change his mood a lot faster, you know, 5% faster. So it's good, but you know, they do have negative effects, and I guess they develop them as time progresses. So I'm hoping to kind of keep those to a minimum, but we'll see as we go, you know, progress through this little gameplay, or this playthrough, you know. Alrighty, so we are starting day 12 here. Looks like Ricard is still injured from the fight with the fox, but all of his injuries were moderate, so they should be healed pretty quickly. I just wanted to progress through today, at least halfway through today, and let's see how much we can get done. As far as, you know, making food, making sure we keep the vermin out of here. Looks like we're doing a good job. I haven't seen any more rats. I think the rats kind of prioritize the hay, which we have a lot of hay, so that's a good thing. And I'm hoping to kind of, you know, keep that going. Looks like we don't have any hay out here, except for these right here. So we might need to figure out how to produce more. I might need to see if I can get a merchant to pay me a visit. See how we're doing our research. Looks like we lost research. Wow, that's a first. I think it's because we left it outside. If I'm not mistaken, I think these books decompose. They do decompose in 23 hours. Yeesh, yeah, it's because we have everything outside, so we really need to get this shed going and kind of finished. And yeah, Shikima's training the goats. Looks like her training was successful. Alright, so we are at the halfway marker of day 12, 12 hours in. I did notice that they weren't building these pillars right here that I kind of assigned for them to do. And I think it's because the door is right there. So I'm going to deconstruct the door and see if maybe they can get through there. See if I can get that built so they can access that, because I noticed they're not going in there and mining anymore. So I'm hoping that was the case, and we'll see what happens. If they start building it, I'm assuming that was the case, but I'm not too, you know, at least they're doing one of their tasks. But before we end day 12 here, I wanted to end the video here. You know, I appreciate you guys showing all the support on the last video that I made. Like I said, I'm starting to slowly understand how to make these videos, how I want them to progress. You know, like I said, if you guys have any suggestions, you know, I'm always open to suggestions and, you know, tips and things like that. Definitely like to share my knowledge of this game because, like I said, it's an awesome game. It's a lot of fun. Like once you start really starting to get more and more people there, and you start getting this villagers, you know, settled in and being able to give them armor and smelting, and it gets amazing. Like it gets pretty cool. I enjoy it. You know, when I'm stressed out, I usually either play this or there's another game that I like to play. But yeah, guys, like I said, I appreciate it. You know, if you guys don't mind, you know, subscribing, liking, comment what you hated, what you liked, you know, I take all kinds of feedback, like I said. If you guys want to see any other games that I have, or that I don't have, maybe I can try to see what I can do. But I appreciate it. Like I said, I appreciate all the support, guys. And, you know, hope you guys have a good day today. And any other day, you know, hope it goes well, guys. But yeah, you guys take it easy, man. See you guys on the on the next video.